All right. So this isn't like completely off the top of my head because the first time I think I went for like 40 minutes talking about that. And it's not worth 40 minutes of time. CIG is doing Foundation Festival again. They're doing Twitch drops associated with it, but they're doing the Twitch drops differently than they've ever done before. And it's interesting, I guess. I have an issue with some of the things that are going on here, but it's in a different way. I'm not angry about anything that's happening in this moment. I don't really care for a number of different reasons. And then more stuff that I've learned about as well. So let's talk about the Twitch drops first. CIG is doing an Atlas Twitch drop and the Banu Cube Twitch drop. And I say the Banu Cube because there is only one and it's been earned before. And actually earned before. CIG actually like missed something here that they would need to correct. But here's how it works. It's right above my head. Foundation Festival is coming, and so our new Twitch drops from July 29th, which is very soon, to August 12th. Watch any drops-enabled Star Citizen stream, which is anybody, for a total of 4 hours to unlock the Atlas Foundation Festival livery for free. Now, this is a brand new livery, is my understanding that this livery you didn't get from doing Foundation Festival stuff in the past. So this one is brand new, which is pretty cool. What is not brand new is the Banu Cube. So how do you get that? This year, we're also trying something new to celebrate the creators who bring the Star Citizen community together. Subscribe to any participating streamer in the Star Citizen category during the campaign window, and you'll receive the Banu Lockbox Replica, a rare decorative item that hasn't been available since the Bar Citizen 2022 World Tour, which is not true. They actually missed this, and Aimless in my chat caught this one. This was also at Alien Week. So it wasn't just there. If you entered in a code that the community like crowd figures out and then posts it on Reddit, you get the Banu Cube as well. So that was a thing that you got here during Alien Week as well. So it was given out but it was 2022. So it has not been given out since 2022. There's so much I want to talk about this because for me, rarity is incredibly important in MMOs. But first, let's talk about the Twitch drops and how they work. So it used to be, and people kind of understood this, is, okay, I don't necessarily want a Twitch account. I don't necessarily want to go to Twitch. I don't necessarily want to give Amazon my information. People say that stuff all the time. Well, too bad then, I guess. Like, Twitch is a really good advertising platform for Star Citizen. It's what keeps the community engaged in the game for certain very small sections of the community in comparison to the overall community, but keeps them active. Okay? So people are going to do this stuff. And if you don't want to do it, too bad. Like, I don't know what to tell you there. But how you do it is you sign up for a Twitch account, you link your Star Citizen account, they give you all the details on how to do that here. But now with the new subbing thing, how does that work? How does it work if I'm already subbed, and so on and so forth? It's a little bit weird, and then we'll talk about how other companies do it, okay? Right after that. So if we go down to the FAQ, this is basically how it works. Let's start out with, like, does Prime work? Because a lot of people have Amazon Prime, and then they subscribe to their favorite streamer at no additional cost. You can't use Prime for this. A regular Twitch account linked to your RSI account is all you need to participate. Please note, Prime subs, existing sub renewals, and sub tokens. I'm not sure what a sub token is, but I think it might be mobile based to avoid the 30% markup or something. Do not count towards the subscription based drop. Okay. Now, this gives a little bit more detail, which they updated when people were like, what the hell is going on? I already support the creator. Why shouldn't my sub count? To participate, you need to link your account, blah, blah, blah. For the time-based drop, watch any Star Citizen live stream marked drops enabled for 4 hours, okay? For the subscription-based drop, subscribe with a new reoccurring gift, which means you are not subbed to that streamer and you have to sub again. To participate in or gift subscription to any participating content creator while they're streaming, Star Citizen during the campaign window. You can check the stream's drop panel, usually found in your chat, to confirm your subscription is being tracked towards the reward. What happens if it isn't? I don't know. But that's how it works. So it is brand new sub or gift a sub. So what happens if you get gifted a sub? Then you have to gift a sub to give it back or go to another creator. Now, I do think most people will just stay with the creators that they watched. They'll gift subs to them. If people want this brand new cube, they're going to do it. Let's talk about this for a second. This is, I think, a really good timing for this. I don't want to bring this up again, especially because the fucking Simpsons channel or whatever keeps making fun of me for this shit. But it's a good time for other creators that are like feeling left out, maybe by the Squadron 42 event thing, that like, hey, there's some financial incentives here for you for streaming or whatever. Okay, what do you use the cube for? Nothing. It doesn't do anything. And I wish I could show it to you. And this is where I want to take a moment, take a little reprieve from the actual Star Citizen thing. But let's quickly talk about, hey, streamers on Twitch or whatever that aren't going to the Squadron 42 event do have some thing that CIG is giving back to them, right? So that's cool as well. And this has worked extremely well for other categories and things like that. I think the best representation is Tarkov. This is how they've done it. They've done multiple items, and the only way to get things are through gifting subs sometimes. Sometimes it's by watching. I think Hastili made hundreds of thousands of dollars doing this. Obviously, their game is more popular, and there's more viewers on Twitch. Path of Exile has done this, and I'd like for us to watch a video on how they're doing it. I think it's quite cool.
I'm Mark Roberts, game director on Path of Exile.
I think earlier when we watched this, we called him what?
During the launch of Return of the Ancients, we're running 2 weeks of Twitch drops, as well as a supporter streamer campaign. During the first week of launch, you'll be able to claim the Arbiter of Ash waypoint by watching your favorite creators in the Path of Exile 2 category for 3 hours.
Cool. Lawful good
in week
Chris,
2,
as we were
you
calling
can claim the Wendigo's Crown helmet attachment. Support your favorite creators by gifting 2 subs or subscribing to 2 channels in the Path of Exile 2 category to claim the Verisium Parasite pet. Cool. Embrace the Infinite Void with the Arbiter of Ash waypoint. Should other Exiles...
And now they're just communicating what these do.
...visit your hideout, they will be covered in ash upon entering.
And then it just like kind of goes away. It's a cool little thing. Who cares? But it's neat.
Become the Nameless with the Wendigo's Crown helmet attachment. It offers 6 variations, allowing you to choose any combination you like, with or without visual effects. In addition, the helmet attachment tracks your kills across different types of monsters.
Stat track. Cool, right? Now, when we look at what CIG is doing versus what Path of Exile is doing, a lot of people are using the term lazy in my chat. I think it's just low effort, or not seeing the value in putting effort into Twitch drops or whatever, right? Because we get a different hue, like they just change a hue on a skin for something we already have, and then reusing an item that they've already done. So I don't think CIG is putting a lot of effort into this thing at all. And that's whatever. Let's look at what they've done in the past, right? So we saw that. Let's look at rewards that we've gotten, like previous time rewards. We used to get this. This is no longer rare anymore. Don't know how you guys feel about that. I'm totally fine with it, right? Supply or die. These have never been reintroduced. Do you want something that's purely cosmetic to be reintroduced? I don't know. And that's what I want to take a moment to talk about. That is the reason I think that I have a little bit of a problem with this is I'm not sure CIG understands rarity in MMOs. Rarity in MMOs typically come from where? A timed event. It was a storyline event. I was here, and I have this little memento to remember that from. Now, I think CIG has done some things not the best. Think Ardor repeaters, think certain FPS weapons, things like that were only available during those times. I never liked those because it gave power to those things, and then if you don't get them, then CIG has to do exactly what they're doing now and remove the cool rarity of the I was there moment. So we have all these skins that are cool, right? Like I was here. Nobody has these unless they were there. But the trend that CIG is going towards is we will deliver these to you a year or two from now. You know what I mean? And I think cosmetics, it's no big deal to just never reintroduce those again. Why do you need to? Now, I think if the item is paid for, which is why I have no issue with the Banu Cube. The Banu Cube was paid for. You had to go to an event to do. I don't necessarily like that. If it's, they never reintroduced the trophies from CitizenCon. Should they? In my opinion, yes, because those are items that people paid for. That's weird. But in the end, timed event stuff. Here's how I look at it. It was, and I don't care if you're doing this in an alpha necessarily, but if we look at Path of Exile, those items will be never reintroduced. Path of Exile is in an early access state. They're putting effort into this. They care about this. They want to maintain the rarity of this because it benefits them advertising-wise on Twitch, right? It's a good thing for them on Twitch. There's that. But that's a weighing thing between, philosophies of what CIG, like, I don't really care necessarily. But what I care about is at the time that this game launches, we don't have to have anything that's rare in our inventories. But as we play the game, I do hope items become rare. And the event in the first year, an event item that we earned in the first year of Star Citizen's existence in their ongoing story arc that I hope they have, because every MMO does that. I think, and if we look back at these things and say, hey, if they do a supplier die type thing in the future with Dilutrium or whatever this was, why not? Why not have that thing stay rare the entire time? Because what happens then? People who play the game in the early years eventually get bored of the game, quit, unsubscribe from the MMO or whatever, because MMOs tend to have subscriptions. Those accounts go inactive. Those items are no longer in the pool. They get rarer and rarer and rarer. And then people who play the game forever, you know how like cosmetics or fashion becomes like the MMO endgame? So are rare items, right? So for me, it's very important to communicate out to the Star Citizen community and CIG that this is really important to do to maintain rarity in an MMO, because it is this really easy end game aspect of I earn a bunch of money and I can finally buy this diorama from the guy who's been selling it. And now I have that rare in-game item, and it's so pointless, to no power, nothing. You gain nothing from it. You put it in your base and you look at it. And it's like, I have this rare thing, right? That's important. Now, I've seen this Banu Cube thing because I see somebody mentioning RMT. I've seen the Banu Cube go for up to like $300, right? But before the codes ran out. So that's a thing that, like, I'm glad that thing is being redistributed. But I want to remember those moments, and I think that's really important. I just want to communicate those things. So we showed you how to get the Twitch drops. I shared what I thought. I'm curious what you guys think on any of this stuff. Most people are going to say it's not a big deal, right? And that's what happens in the Star Citizen community a lot, way too often, is I complain, I cry, you can call it however you want. Go fuck yourself. I'm communicating actual issues in this game that keep stacking on top of each other and adding up and adding up and adding up, right? So I post on Twitter, like, I don't think this is a good idea, and here's why. And somebody says it's not a big deal. And but if we keep saying it's not a big deal for every little thing that CIG does, not quite right, all those things add up, and then you get 4.8, 4.9. Everything's broken. Nothing works. There's no attention to detail. We don't care. We just release a patch to get out of ship sale. And the actual game and the level of detail on the game itself is not the same as the level of detail that they spend on their sales. It just isn't. So that's the caveman. You're going to get timed out for trying to fire somebody at CIG who is one of the only people who's actually in your corner. Stop being a fucking idiot. He's saying Benoit should be fired, that we need a new CTO. Like Chris Roberts isn't the fucking problem, or the marketing team or something. Like, stop being an idiot. He's one of the only guys that's actually in your corner. Trust me on that one. Oh man. But the real issue here that I hope CIG understands is like how important rarity is in MMOs, and because like every sub item gets reintroduced into the loot pool, things like that, right? Like lots of things get reintroduced into the loot pool, and that's not a good thing to do long term for your rare items in the game. Should sub items be rare? Absolutely not. Should they have any power? Absolutely not. Should they only be cosmetic? Absolutely. I hope things like the Bandit Cube are things that just go on a shelf on your ship or somewhere in your base, and those should be honestly just paid for items, cosmetics that you purchase. It should be meaningless. Who cares? But the I was here moments, those are really important. And people will never forget those, and then they become these like end game trading rare things. Somebody who played an MMO for I think 17 years straight, dabbling in that was so fun and so awesome. So just want to communicate that to you guys and see what you think. Let me know what you think. It's no complaining. It's no crying. It's not what you guys always turn this shit into. It's just talking about what I love about other MMOs and my apprehension that CIG doesn't quite get it or doesn't care. So hopefully they do, and we get those kind of experiences post 1.0, but we're certainly not getting them right now. Like, I can't communicate this enough. If we redistribute these skins, that's going to be a feel bad moment for me. It may not be for you, but it will be for me. So let me know what you guys think, all that stuff. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one, I guess.